it. Inter Milan to loan out Nigerian youngster. You go find out what Complete Sport is talking about. I'll represent Nigeria if Netherlands ignores me, Zeki. And I'm moving forward. We say I will decide my next move soon. Pesero. And Victor is returning to his level. Napoli boss stocks up Osimhen's display against Sassuolo. FA Cup, Aribo plays all 90 minutes in Southampton's loss to Liverpool. And Awodi in action, I not missing as Man United outs Nottingham Forest from FA Cup. Alonso not interested in move to any club this summer. We hear that from Complete Sports. And before we leave Complete Sport, we know Ten Hag has reaffirms faith in Anthony amid summer exit rumors. We hear 2024 Olympic qualifier Super Falcons vs South Africa showdown gets dates and venue. And it is MPFL Plateau United Wallop Heartland in Oka Lobby. Remo Stars lose away. Now let's go to Sporting Live. I'll start off from this big one. It says Mbappe no longer untouchable as PSG prepares for UEFA Champions League. Inzaghi releasing unplayable Lautaro Martinez. This one says EPL Old Trafford victory crucial for Fulham, says Barsi. FA Cup, Man United and Liverpool to clash in quarterfinals. We also have this one, Inter race 12-point clear. Napoli hits Sassuolo for 6. And this one says Song no longer Cameroon boss, says Eto'o. And Spain beat France, yes, to claim Women's Nations League. Now we go to Punch News Sports, Punch Sports Extra. I will start off from this one, Olympic qualifier. It's do or die against Falcons. Bayana coach. Osimhen backs hat-tricks, becomes Napoli's 13th all-time scorer. MPFL Plateau trash Heartland 5-1 in bigger way win. This one says new form trios Okoye and Inter to loan out Akin Samiro. Everton Forest Ayo Nyedika. Silversport part ways with Musa. And now to the 14th. This one says Man United Liverpool to meet in FA Cup quarterfinals. Chelsea survive. And I'm Super Nigeria named 4 team as Sambo debuts at Africa Games. And Super Eagles Stanley Wabare received hero welcome at Chipa United. And quickly to the nation, Truth Econ Coin on Siemens future in Italy. It will be Bass's goal listed for Fulham goal of the month. The Tigers blame late preparation for Afro basketball woes. And karateka Ama still show at police games. Kwara United vs Pillars, MPFL brace for incident-free Northwest Derby. And finally, 24 weightlifter speed up preparation for Africa Games. Now we're done with the newspaper review. Let's go straight to the local scene.
News from the local scene.
Okay, let's start off from the MPFL and let you know that following their heavy defeat at home on Wednesday, the management of Nigerian Premier League Football League side Heartland have placed the players of the club on half salaries. The Nazi Millionaires capitulated at home on March day 22 of the league, losing 1-5 to visiting Plateau United. The club general manager Promise Wachku, while speaking to the club media, made it clear that the players must improve on their performance or face further sanction with desire. We also hear that according to the club, they say the club management had decided to slash the salaries of the players by half from now henceforth on the team's performance improve. Wachoku told the club media. And to the games proper, we know that Rangers International Football Club of Enugu has blown open the title race for the 2023-24 MPFL season after beating Rebel Stars 1-0 in Enugu. Fidelis Electrical side consolidated on their way winning Gombe to beat title challengers Remo in match day 22 fixture decided at the main bowl of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. Enugu struggling Heartland FC continued their poor form after suffering a 1-5 defeat at home to Plateau United at the Oka Township Stadium. Christian Obi, as head coach of Heartland, who has failed to pick up any victory after 15 unsuccessful attempts, are sitting deep in relegation zone on 20th position. High-flying Lobby Stars lost 2-0 in Akure to Ashonsha Stars after playing the majority of the game. With a man advantage, John Lazarus was issued the matching orders as he was adjudged to have handled the ball in the 14th minute. For Sporting Lagos, they compounded the woes of Aqua United after coming from, behind to beat Promise Keepers 2-1 in Lagos, while Bayelsa United started their 5-match unbeaten run with a comfortable 2-0 win over Doma United. Katsina United got the better of Kano Pillars in the Northwest Derby in Katsina after a 3-2 victory. Thursday, we'll see Eyimba FC take on Gombe United, while Abia Warriors will confront Kwara United. So now to the full game being played across match venue. We know Rivers United, Enugu 1, Remo Stars 0, Sunshine Stars 2, Lobby Stars 0, Bayelsa 2, Doma United 0, Katsina 3, Kano Pillars 2, Sporting Lagos 2, Aqua United 1, and Heartland were well beaten at home by at the Oka Township Stadium in Anambra, 1-5. Today, Eyimba will take on Gombe United 2 p.m. Shooting Stars will take on Bendel Insurance. That will be 4 p.m. Abia Warriors will play Kwara United. That will be 4 p.m. And now let's go to handball. I'll let you know that Nigeria women handball team began its campaign in the IHF Trophy in international phase coding in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, with a 28-23 victory over Guadalupe on Wednesday. The coach Shitu Adewumi Abola third side started out with the determination that made the African champions in the IHF Trophy as they took the first half effortlessly with a 16-9 win over Guadalupe. The second half was tough as Nigeria had to really dig deep to ensure they won the match 28-23. Taiwo Batune was voted the most valuable most outstanding player of the match. Meanwhile, Nigeria will play their second match against North Caledonia. Also, we hear that the World Athletics Council has selected Beijing, China to host the 2027 World Athletics Championship. The decision was made at the 234th World Athletics Council meeting held in Glasgow ahead of the World Athletics Indoor Championship from the 1st to 3rd of March. The 2027 World Athletics Championship will welcome the sport biggest stars back to Beijing, 12 years on from the Chinese capital's successful staging of athletics flagship event and almost 2 decades on from the Beijing Olympic Games. China will also host the next year's World Athletics Indoor Championship in Nanjing. And now let's let you know, of course, that the president of the Federation of Cameroon Football, FECAFOOT, that is Samuel Eto'o-Fields, has announced that the contract termination of Indomitable Lions of Cameroon coach Rigobert Song. The former Liverpool defender has been under intense pressure following the poor outing of the team at the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. Eto'o, who, while speaking to a television program France 24, found that Song's contract expired on Wednesday and it will not be renewed. And before we leave the local scene, let's let you know, we told you good news coming all the way from, we now know the date and the time for the game between, talking about Nigeria, talking about Sport Falcons of Nigeria, and of course the indomitable, the Bayana, what am I saying, of South Africa. We cannot confirm to you officially that the Nigerian Sport Falcons will entertain Old Foe South Africa in the first leg of the 2024 Olympic Games first round qualifier fixture in April. The fixture slated for Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, would hold on Friday, April 1st, 2024. The second leg has been scheduled for the Mbombela Stadium on April the 8th. Super Falcons defeated the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon 1-0 on aggregate to seal its place in the final round. Reigning African champion South Africa beat Tanzania 4-0 on aggregate. The Super Falcons last featured at the Olympic Games in 2008. The 24 Olympic Games will be staged in Paris, France between July the 26th and August 11, 2024. And then before we leave it, we know that the coach of Bayana, talking about Desire Ellis, has declared the team's showdown against Nigeria to be a make or mar affair. Record the South Africa made it through to the final qualifying round after beating Tanzania 4-0 on aggregate, while the Super Falcons defeated Cameroon 1-0 on aggregate to set up the mouth-watering clash. The two-legged match is slated from the 1st, like I told you, to the 9th of April 2024. In our word, it will be do or die versus Nigeria. We want to have an early camp. We will improve our chances when we prepare early and very well. The winner of this encounter, like I said, represent Africa at the Olympic Games. We now go straight to the foreign scene.
Let's take you to the foreign scene.
Okay, let's start off from, of course, what's happening in the world of Formula One, where we heard that Red Bull's team principal, Christian Horner, has been declared following an internal investigation into his behavior towards a female colleague. Allegation of improper and controlling behavior has been made against the 50-year-old. Horner, who led Red Bull since 2005, denied the allegation. He will remain in his role, team principal and chief executive of Red Bull Formula One. Also, we know that one man, Andy Murray, says he is not planning to play much past this summer, but hopes he is to compete in another Olympic Games before he retires. The future of the three-time Grand Slam champion, who turns 37 in May, has come under increased scrutiny after he has struggled for wins in recent months. Murray lost to France Hugo Humbert in the Dubai second round on Wednesday before the 6-2, 6-4 defeat. The Scot said he hoped to play at the Paris Olympics in the summer. Afterwards, when asked about his retirement plan, the former world number one gave his most definite answer. And before we go, let's let you know, if you're a fan of tennis, you talking tennis, we hear there is a major deal happening, and I tell you, it's going all the way to Saudi Arabia. The ATP has announced a multi-year strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia Sovereign Wealth Fund as the state increases its involvement in professional tennis. The ATP ranking plus the year-end world number one award will be named after Saudi Public Investment Fund, PIF, on biggest event starting at the Indian Wells next month. The value of the PIF investment in the men's tour has not been reviewed. And now let's go to football a bit and let you quickly know, if you're a fan of women's football, that Spain has claimed, yes, they have claimed the second major trophy in 6 months by beating France to reach the inaugural Women's Nations League. La Roja beat England in the World Cup final in August, and goals from Antana Bonmati and Malona Kadede gave them a comfortable victory in Seville. Ballon d'Or winner Bonmati broke the deadlock from the close raid in the 32nd minute before Kadede Cripps' first time finish after the break. Havrena's France side rarely threatened and had no shot on target. The attendance of 32,657 was announced at the Estadio de la Catadua, setting a new record crowd watching the Spanish women national. From other sport, before we move straight to what's really happening, let's start off all the way from Crystal Palace, where Crystal Palace centre back Maguire has been ruled out for up to 8 weeks after undergoing knee surgery. Gehi, who was injured in Eagles' loss to Brighton on the 3rd of February, was replaced in the 28th minute. And after the scan, it was thought that the injury would only keep the England defender out for 2 to 3 weeks. Gehi will also miss England's match with Brazil and Belgium next month, their final game before manager Gareth Southgate names his Euro 2024 squad. There was an option for Gehi not to have an operation, but that may result in him needing treatment further the line. Also, we hear that Wayne Rooney says he's aiming for a quick return to management in order to help fulfill his dream of taking charge of Manchester United or Everton. The ex-United and Everton striker was sacked by Championship side Birmingham in January after 83 days in charge. Rooney previously had spells in charge of Derby County and MLS side DC United. Speaking while he was working on a pundit for United FA's Cup tie against Nottingham, he said, "I want to get myself back into management to make sure that in the next 10 years, I'm hopefully in a position to get into one of the big job." Also, for one man, former United player who has got a big job is former Man United defender John O'Shea. He has been appointed the interim head coach of Republic of Ireland for the 2-year-old who won 118 caps for the Republic, was an assistant coach under previous manager Steve. The Football Association of Ireland (FAI) has confirmed Kenny's permanent replacement will be appointed in early April. And before we go to the FA Cup, let's let you know that good news, Bordeaux's Albert Ellis is waking up from an induced coma and seems to be gradually recovering from a serious head injury, says the striker's family. They added that they are remaining cautious and that the next few days will be crucial. Honduras international Ellis clashed head with Guancap defender Jonathan Gomes after just 40 seconds of a French Ligue 1 match on Saturday. Bordeaux confirmed on Sunday that Ellis had surgery following the incident. And now to the games played yesterday for Liverpool. It was a day for the teenagers again, as teenager Jason Dunn called it the best day of his life after scoring twice off the bench as Liverpool beat Southampton to set up a FA Cup quarter-final tie with Man United. There was also a dream debut for Dennis Fellow on 18-year-old Luis Comas, who opened the scoring at Anfield when he collected Bobby Clark's pass and found the back of the bottom corner, which is a shot that deflected off Saints captain Jack Stevens minute before the break. We told you also Dan came in and scored in 73 minutes and 88 minutes to ensure that Liverpool got a 3-0 victory. For Man United, they did an 89-minute goal from Casemiro, the Brazilian, who signed from Real Madrid, a beautiful header from a free kick from Bruno Fernandes, helping them to a 1-0 victory against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground and move them to the next stage of the FA Cup, talking about the quarterfinals. For Chelsea, they had to leave it late. A goal from Nicholas Jackson, Nukailo Modric, and of course, Conor Gallagher was enough for Chelsea to get a 3-2 victory against Leeds United at the Stamford Bridge. Gallagher had to score in the 90th minute of that encounter to beat Leeds 3-2. Joseph had earlier scored a brace for Leeds United in that encounter. In the last game, we know that Wolverhampton Wanderers also were on fire and they got the job done, beating Brighton. I tell you, shockingly, a shocking result by a goal to nil in that encounter. Courtesy the goal scored by Mario Lamina in the second minute of that encounter. And now we know that Man United and Liverpool have set up a tantalizing quarter-final by winning their fifth round tie when already aware of the potential prize. With a draw done before Wednesday's game, United beat Nottingham Forest and then Liverpool denied Southampton. Holders Man City have been given a home draw against Newcastle. Chelsea beat Leeds United to stop a home tie with championship leaders Leicester City, while Coventry, the lowest ranked side, left visits Midland rivals Wolves. Quarterfinal is scheduled to take place across the weekend of Saturday, the 6th of March. For the full draw, we have Wolverhampton Wanderers hosting Coventry City. Manchester United will take on Liverpool at the Old Trafford. It is Chelsea vs Leicester City at Stamford Bridge. And at the Etihad Stadium, we have Manchester City battling High Newcastle United. Okay, guys, let's give you the full result of game played across mad venues yesterday. Let's start off from the FA Cup round 5. I told you Chelsea 3, Leeds United 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0, Liverpool 3, Southampton 0. That game, our own Joseph Aribo played for the full 19 minutes of that encounter, and for Nottingham Forest as well, Taiwo Awoniyi also was in action, but unfortunately, Ola Aina was still out injured, unavailable for Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. In the Italian Serie A, it was a man who was on fire in form. It is Victor Osimhen scoring a hat-trick, and like I told you, equaling, becoming the third time or 13th all-time goal scorer for Napoli, equaling the record of Diego Armando Maradona. He had a hat-trick and an assist in Napoli's 6-1 crushing demolition and annihilation of Sassuolo away from home. International were 4 goals better than Atalanta. Goals from Lautaro Martinez, Marcos Damian as well, David Fretesi, and of course, Federico Di Marco was enough for Inter Milan to get a 4-0 victory against Atalanta. Don't forget, in that same encounter, Lautaro Martinez missed the penalty in the 54th minute of that encounter. In the French Cup, Rion and Valenciennes played a 1-1 draw, but Valenciennes won that game on penalty 4-2 away at Rouen. In that encounter, the Turkish Cup, we have Trabzonspor defeating Istanbul Besiktas by a goal to nil, and Besiktas defeated Konyaspor by 2 goals to nil. Games will continue today in the Copa del Rey semi-finals. We know the Athletic Club will host Atletico Madrid at the San Mamés. Winner takes all. Get to the final of the competition. Don't forget there is no Madrid and there is no Barcelona as well in that competition. The Coupe de France, Le Pays would host Rennes. That game is built for 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time. The Dutch Cup, that is KMVP Becker semi-final. Final will take on FG Groningen in the Saudi Pro League. Al Riyadh will take on Al Fai. Al Wada will take on Al Tawan. Al Nasr will take on Al Hams. Those game comes up 3 p.m. And of course 6 p.m. Nigerian time. There are two games in the Turkey's Cup quarterfinal. Galatasaray would welcome Fatih Kumaruk. That game is for 6:45. In the Portuguese Cup semi-final, Sporting Lisbon will play Benfica. That game is for 8:45 Nigerian time. And of course, not forgetting the Nigerian Premier Football League. Like so, the three games will go on. Aimba vs Gombe United 2 p.m. Abia Warriors vs Kwara United 4 p.m. Shooting Stars vs Bender Insurance 4 p.m. And Cup the Belgian League, Royal Antwerp will take on Ostend. That game is for 8:45. And before we go, let's give you some transfer gist, just to whet your appetite. And let's start off from one man who is in the news. He's no other than Xabi Alonso. We know that Xabi Alonso has submitted an initial request to speak with Bayer Leverkusen boss Xabi Alonso. Liverpool, I beg your pardon, have submitted an initial request to speak with Bayer Leverkusen's boss Xabi Alonso as they pursue replacement for the parting Jurgen Klopp. We also hear that Tottenham Hotspur are targeting a wide forward as their major summer signing, with Wolves Portuguese winger Pedro Neto and Crystal Palace England winger Eberechi Eze currently the two main targets. For Man United, they will make a decision on the future of 22-year-old English mid-forward Mason Greenwood, who is currently on loan at Getafe by the end of May. We hear that Arsenal, Man United and Chelsea are interested in signing German goalkeeper Dejan Ramage of Ajax. Dele Alli's Everton career could be revived later this year as the Toffees are open to handing the former England midfielder a new deal. South Korea Hyun Sun Min is happy at Spurs with former talks over a new contract set to get on the way. Barcelona's president Joan Laporte will be welcome manager Xavi staying in the role, reversing his decision to leave the club at the end of the season. And we heard that Liverpool would look to resign Brentford Cameroon winger Bryan Mbeumo for a bargain price if the Bees are relegated to the Championship. If you're a fan of Rafael Leao, we heard the Portuguese striker has been linked with Barcelona, but he says he can't leave AC Milan. And Inter Italy midfielder Jorginho could return to Serie A when his Arsenal's contract expires in the summer. And then finally we go to Liverpool, where Michael Edwards would want complete control over before considering a return to Liverpool as sporting director, which would likely mean a move for Bournemouth technical director Richard Hughes instead. Unfortunately, whatever has a beginning definitely does have an end, and this is where we'll be calling it a wrap on today's edition of Sport Beat. But don't worry, the show proper comes exactly 4 p.m. Nigerian time, 4 to 5, where I tell you, we'll open up the phone lines and get to hear from you, and you get a chance to win mouth-watering prizes, courtesy the sport team here at Voice of the People, Abuja, that is 96.1 FM. So don't worry, we'll be back here 4 p.m. exactly, hopefully with a fine boy with me, and we will be doing justice to everything sport, and everything sport. Okay, for me, I remain your one and only, your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, Nonso Arinzechi. I'm signing out. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of the programming. Stay tuned, because I'll be back. Don't go nowhere.